wise man said, look, let's not talk of others, no? I am going to get someone, and whatever he can do physically, you do. If you can do that, then I will accept that you are something. He said, okay, you get that person and I'll do it. And this man got a small little baby. 3-month, 4-month-old baby. 4-month-old baby, 5-month-old baby. And the baby had eaten his food and he was all like, very rich. And he said, this man said, what? You brought this little thing. He said, you do what this baby does, and if you can do what the baby does, then I accept that you've got a lot of strength. The baby was put on the floor, and you know what, at that age what they do? They cycle, with their legs, kick their legs up and down, kick their hands up and down. All the time they are doing that. He's saying, do exactly what he does. Now this is a big, huge fellow. But to put his hands and legs up, it takes so much time. And this fellow, small little thing, goes on like that, like that. After some time, he says, look, I can't do what this guy does. What big kuch nahi. But so much of pride is there. Is it true or not? This man is, crowded like, you have these matatus, no? You have matatu? It's crowded, and it's quite crowded, isn't it? Not crowded. In India, bus is quite crowded. This young guy is standing there. He's thinking he's just too smart. So this elderly man who's standing behind is saying, my dear, how old are you? 22. Oh, when will you learn to stand on your feet? I am already earning my own living. I am standing. My dear, for the past 1 hour, you are standing on my feet. Just get down. At that age, there is pride in what? Dhana, jana, yauvana. Pride in being young. So you think, oh, oldies, they are such a bore. You can't even talk to them. They are such bores. They don't even make sense. Is it true or not? This is some funny ideas we have. We think all the wisdom is only with us. So it's very good. You have beauty, you have strength, you have vitality, you have all this intelligence and all this thing. Wonderful. But the minute you have pride in all this, you've spoiled everything. So yuva syat. Then what is it that you should have? Sadhu yuva. What should you be? Sadhu means a good young man. Now, it's very interesting. A man went into a departmental store. This elderly person went to a departmental store. When he went to the departmental store, he, wanted to get something, a small child. He wanted to get something from a rack high up on the shelf, like something very high. So he tried to go up, but he couldn't. It was too far. So this elderly man said, don't worry, baby, I'll get it for you. What do you want? He's saying, I want that particular packet. I want that. So he went in. This kid was, very grateful, says, thank you, uncle. Thank you very much for getting. Is there anything I can do for you? Is there something down here that I can get for you? Because for him it's easy, to pick up something down. He'll have to climb, go down and get. Is there anything down here that I can do, to help you? Can I get something for you from here? No. As far as a youngster comes up, he can reach up and he can reach down also with equal ease, isn't it? This is the role that the youngsters have to play. A very, very important role of life. And what is that? They are a bridge between what? The younger, the teenagers and the children, their immaturity, and the elders. The adulthood, the whole adult population, they are the connecting link. And believe me, it is on them that the future of the world depends. Basically, because they are the ones who are going to become the future of the world. So very, very, very important age is this, where they reach out, they can be a link between the elders. They learn the traditions, they learn the culture, they learn everything from the adults, and they will be the one who link and pass it on to the next generation who is growing under them. Have you all understood? This is a very, very important role that youngsters have to play. And if they don't play that role, what happens? Very, very vital things get lost. Knowledge, wisdom, etc. just gets lost completely. So this is the role of a yuva. Now, what type of a yuva should he be? A youngster should he be? Sadhu yuva. Sadhu means what? He must be, first is Rupavan, the second is Gunavan. Gunavan means with goodness. I keep talking about this all the time, that goodness is as important, if not more important, than smartness. Smartness is good, but goodness is better. Unfortunately, a lot of times we feel, especially in young age, if I'm not smart, if I'm not street smart, everyone is going to have one up on me and I will be nowhere, I'll be thrown away. But believe me, it is goodness that keeps us going all through life. As I keep telling you that, we all want others to be good to us and not smart with us. Agreed? And if we want others to be good to us, don't you think we should do unto others as we would have others do unto us? So we must also in turn cultivate goodness, act on it. Sadhu, and I tell you, this is very, very often this happens. A lot of parents have this big problem where the children, they say, Swamiji, we can't even tell him anything. We can't, and absolutely, if we say anything, pass. And we are watching, you know, all types of all the good qualities that he had disappearing slowly, and I don't know what's going to happen. So, goodness is very, very important. It is only on the background and the foundation of values and goodness that future greatness emerges. So, sadhu yuva. Then, adhyayaka. Adhyayaka means educated. And educated doesn't mean just, of course we must study. At that age, we must study. And this is another thing that I want all of you to remember. Sukharthi chet tyajet vidya, vidyarthi chet tyajet sukham. One who is a vidyarthi, vidyarthi means a student. Vidyarthi means one who is dedicated to knowledge, then forget about pleasures. One who is dedicated to pleasures, forget about knowledge. Will you remember? And what do we feel? When we are young, we want both together. Never works. Have you seen people who say, I want to go for parties all the time and I also want to study? It doesn't work at all. You do the party bit or you do the what bit? No, Swamiji, I am having a big, good balance. I am neither good here nor good there. Very well balanced. You have to. There is no choice about it. If you want to dedicate yourself to knowledge, it has to be. In fact, anything you do, you have to do it completely. And if you think you can go this way and that way, it doesn't work. Then you never get that knowledge. And what happens? This is the knowledge that's going to be with you, stay with you. I've seen many graduates. They are graduates, but they don't have the real knowledge. They've just somehow managed to pass through the examination. They have prepared for the exam rather than they are prepared with the knowledge. And what happens? In life when they go, this knowledge that they were supposed to have is not there, and therefore what happens? They try to fool themselves or they try to fool others that they know better than they know, and they are no fair in life. They are all the time living in a hypocritical way because they don't have that knowledge. They have somehow managed to go through university and just superficially collected things. When actually their knowledge is tested, they find they are failures. Are you with me? So therefore, it's so important to empower yourself with the right knowledge. Another thing. Along with knowledge, what should actually come is culture. What do you mean by culture? And look, there's a vast difference between culture and sophistication. A lot of times, a lot of sophistication is picked up, but not culture. I'll give an example. I give this often enough, and I think I can do it now also. Yesterday I wanted to say, but I said, no, I'll talk of it in this context. There is what is called a very, very common culture that's happening right now, and that is the thank you and the sorry culture. Right from childhood, we are taught, say thank you, say thank you. Is it true or not? For little things, auntie ko thank you bolo. Tell auntie thank you. Thank you, auntie. Auntie has given you a sweet. And why she given you that sweet? Because she's got diabetes, so she can't eat it anyways. So she's given you the sweet. Now what to do? So this baby says, thank you, auntie, thank you. Then what happens? So everyone says, oh, what a sweet, well-mannered child. What a sweet baby. Thank you. But then what happens? The same child. For small, little things, thank you, thank you, thank you. When this child grows up, turns around and tells his or her father or mother that, what have you done for me? You've done nothing for me, isn't it? For a person who's given you life, who sacrificed so much for you, who works day in, day out for your comfort. And here is this youngster, absolutely ungrateful, saying what? You do nothing for me. What does it mean? That we are taught how to speak thank you. We are not taught how to feel grateful. Are you understanding the difference? Very, very often it happens. We are only taught how to speak thank you. That's sophistication. But how to feel grateful is called culture. Have you got this? If this doesn't happen, then what happens? It's all... Same thing goes for sorry. You brush a person a little bit, unwittingly, and say, sorry, excuse me, sorry. Little things, sorry. And then you hurt a person real bad. Why should I say sorry? Why should I say sorry? I'm not going to say sorry. Hurry. We sometimes even say sorry, but why you don't feel sorry. It's a lot of these things. So therefore, please remember, when you are young, there should be what? And that's what? Vidya dadati vinayam. True knowledge gives you humility. It makes you cultured. It makes you can make out that this person has come from a very cultured family. Don't we all say these things? He's come from a very cultured family. He's come from a very cultured background. The way he talks, the way he sits, the way he interacts with people. And you have others who say, what? And then they say, Bhagwan, kaise? What type of a family? And then who gets blamed directly? Bolo. Parents. So, you must be adhyayakaha, means literate and truly educated. That's called a real youngster. And then you have ashishtaha. Ashishtaha means vicharavan. Adhyayaka means vicharavan. A real thinking individual who can see the truth of things, understand. Now, see, all of us think from morning to night. But are you doing thinking or is thinking happening? Actually speaking, if you realize thinking is only happening, we are not doing thinking. We can't help but think, so we think. And so we think anything and anything. Anyhow, anytime. Isn't it true? If I tell you, think in this way, maybe on a particular topic, then we go blank. And otherwise, 24 hours we keep on thinking anything. No control at all over our thinking. I'll give you an example. This young boy was sitting in front of a lake. And he was watching. Morning to evening, he kept watching. And in the lake, there were lots of buffaloes. And these buffaloes, we all have hairstyles. Buffaloes have horn styles. And so, some buffaloes have their horns right like that. Have you seen different types of? And then some have them going like that. And some of these buffaloes have these, curled horns. So after about 15 days, the people of that particular place saw a very funny sight. They saw this young boy stuck between the horns of the buffalo. They were wondering, and this buffalo is running away, and this guy is screaming, help, please get me out of here. Everyone is wondering, how did he ever get into this position? It's a very funny way to, how do you get into that type of a... So they stopped the buffalo, pulled this young boy out and says, how did you ever manage to get there? We're really wondering. He says, didn't you think? They asked him. He says, what do you think? You think I didn't think? For the past 15 days, I've been thinking how to get out of the horns of a buffalo. Meaning you think and get into trouble. Have you understood? Most of us do that. You see all the troubles that you've gone into, it's all because of wrong thinking. Is it true or not? You haven't thought rightly. Our thinking faculty must be used to get us out of trouble, not into trouble. And we get into trouble because of wrong thinking, because no one has taught us how to think.